what study Bible might I want to pick up or to supplement with?
Sure. Well, there's several out there, and many of you have had different versions. And several have come out in the past few years, but the one we just handed out a minute ago is the one we by and far will recommend, and that's the ESV Study Bible. Now, alongside of it, we'll mention, and I think in a very honorable way, the John MacArthur Study Bible, which many of you have, and it's one on my shelf that I use quite a bit. And before I got an ESV, it was my go-to. And John MacArthur is a wonderful commentator, but one of the things, if you know John MacArthur, he has one opinion, and it's John MacArthur's opinion. And even there's some verses, like you take a 1 Peter 3:19, where it talks about these souls in prison and these type of things. Well, John MacArthur, when you read his, there's one interpretation, and you take the ESV, there's 3 options it gives on that verse. And all 3 of those could be biblically right. There's just some choices for us. And so one of the things I like about the ESV is it kind of approaches in a general way. The other thing that's underestimated about the ESV are the resources in the back. And in fact, if you go to the back of your ESV, there's a concordance, there's a biblical theology, there's biblical ethics back there, there's a how to study your Bible, there's archaeology. I mean, there's a whole list of stuff that can be helpful to you as a Christian. And I think oftentimes in discipleship and in a lot of ways in which we lead people, the ESV is a tremendous resource. And I would even throw it in there to be helpful with your quiet times as well. If you're working through the scriptures, there's a lot there at the bottom to help you. And so to me, it would be by and far the study Bible I would recommend, and I think we would all mention.
Yeah, I would agree with Mike that it is not only better, it's far and away better than any study Bible I've ever interacted with, including the MacArthur, which I, of course, love as well. It's more thorough, it's more theological, it gives you just more information, and I can't recommend it highly enough by way of being trustworthy.